Hello there, watchy people. How's it going? Welcome along to the Rags to Riches series on Farming Simulator 22. Now, I think what we'll do is we'll get the AI going on this field, and then yeah, we will see what happens because we got a lot to talk about. So I'm gonna get them away on there. Off they go. Then I will go flight mode on, flight state on, and we will go up in the air and we will watch over them doing that last bit of field because we got a lot to talk about in terms of Farming Sim 25. So I'm going to put some video over this, so I will obstruct the view of the AI work at harvesting a bit. In fact, probably entirely. I'll try and put them on the edge of the screen and then maybe you'll see a bit of it. There you go. So yeah, in Farming Sim 25, there was some updates have come out. I was away over the weekend. Was I? No, that's right. It was last week. I was working. I've just been busy basically, and so yeah, there's been a lot of updates. So there's some videos come out. I'm going to steal the footage off of Daggerwin because I'm not important enough to be sent it. So I've nicked this off of Daggerwin's video. He talks about all this stuff in massive detail. So if you want some more details on all of this, you can go and yeah, check out his video on his channel. Also, Farming Sim Guy has said some stuff as well. He in fact was at FarmCon, so some of the information I've gathered from his live stream from FarmCon as well. But yeah, they put out a pre-con video that showed lots of stuff, and they've released other stuff since then that Daggerwin has obviously shown. So yeah, let's go through some of the features. Basically, it's Giant's Engine 10, so it's a new version of the engine. I don't know if they do that for every game or just most games or what, but anyway, it's a new version. It's Engine 10, Giant's Engine 10. And yeah, it's now got, I think I've mentioned this elsewhere, but I'll go through it all again anyway. So there's fog, actual particle fog. It now exists as, rather than just being vague and generic like we've got in this, it's actually, you know, it varies from area to area. It'll float, it'll gather in low-lying areas and stuff like that. And it means that you see the God rays, like the lighting. It's fully, I think it's using ray tracing now. I assume it is anyway. But either way, we've now got God rays coming through, so the fog's there to kind of highlight that. We've also got clouds. Clouds are dynamic, you know, they're formed, and we get shadows of clouds coming across the field. That's an awesome thing. We really are going to appreciate seeing all that stuff. Where's the dudes down there, right? I'll try and keep the edge of the video. There you go, so you can see on the side there, see him doing that. But yeah, we've got shadows of clouds. That looks awesome. Tree foliage is now much thicker, more realistic. It looks very cool. The rice crop is like multi-stage, it turns out. So you actually start growing it in a greenhouse, and then once it's grown to a certain stage in the greenhouse, you then it spawns on crates once it's ready, and then you can move those crates to the planting machine, which then loads up, and then you can run that to plant them into the paddy fields. So yeah, that's all going to be a multi-stage process, and then obviously normal growth and harvesting after that with specific machines for the jobs. And there are two types of rice. You can do it in Asia and in the US map. I don't know whether, like, I imagine it'll be available to modded maps as well. They'll just be able to put them in or not, however the modder decides as well. So you can use whichever style you need. Then what else have we got? Oh yeah, also the density and thickness of the crops, it now looks amazing. It's really cool. So much thicker than what we have now. It's probably going to make some jobs like spraying and stuff a lot more difficult because you won't be able to see where you've been at all. There's always been like a circle, like you can see on my screen now, where I'm looking, like at the top 10% of the field up there is a completely different texture. because the game can't actually render it in at that distance and still run at a decent performance. That shouldn't be a thing now in the new one. Again, that might be system dependent, I don't know. Obviously they're showing it us on a machine that's like superly capable of absolutely anything that gets thrown at it, like a high-end machine. So it's possible that will be dependent on what machine you've got. So that is cool. Water now responds to you, so as you drive through water it'll create ripples. It's not like fully realistic because there doesn't seem to be there's like a bow wave off the front of the vehicle that pushes water forwards, but you don't create a wake from the back of the vehicle and like white water and stuff. So but you know, it's all good, it's all steps forward. Now the name of the crop is now visible in the bottom corner, which is awesome. Really pleased to see that, because I always get confused with the symbols. I find it very hard to identify the crops based on their symbols. I'm always having to go check. So I'm glad that that's now a visible thing. Oh, I forgot to mention about the fog. The fog is not permanent. Like, it will vary depending on the weather. So it's not always going to be there. You will have days that are completely clear. So just to let you know that. But the map that they are demoing is in the sort of Louisiana area. So it makes sense that there's lots of fog there because it is a very foggy area anyway. They're just using that as a demo to show you what it does. But there are some places, like here in the car park, like near the store, the game actually, to me, it looks like FS25 still. It doesn't look like a massive change. So, you know, it depends on possibly where you are on the map, what things you're looking at, that kind of thing. But also, you know, all of this footage is, you know, we're still, 6 months away from release? Maybe not quite that, 5 or 6 months anyway. We're a long way from release. There's a lot of time for them to do work, so it might be that this stuff is not polished yet and ready. Our AI guy has finished work now, so I'll just keep talking with his view in the background. It's fine. It's all good. Where do we get to? Car park, yes. So there's now going to be like animals at where you go to buy animals. You'll now be able to see the animals that you're buying. I don't know whether you'll buy the actual individual animal or whether it's just like examples. It probably makes more sense if it would just be examples. Poo now has steam coming off of it. Big piles of steaming manure. So that's a thing if that's what you're into, you know, it's got that as well. This is from a later release now. Like this is after or during and after the convention. They showed there's going to be like shadows, so the vehicles will cast a shadow like from each other's headlights and stuff. So that I don't think has been a thing before. So now there'll be accurate shadows based on, you know, vehicle lighting and ambient lighting as well as just the sun. That's pretty cool. Lots of cool lighting shots that they showed off as well. There is going to be, like, on the American map that they're featuring, there's a ferry, and it's that'll get you across the river. So you can use it, put your farm equipment on it, and cross the river on the ferry across the river. Now that to me feels like a two-edged sword. Like, it's cool. It's a nice new thing that's like a novelty. But I think it's going to get really boring sitting and waiting for the boat to go and, you know, just loading and all that kind of stuff. I think it's going to be a long-winded way of getting across a river. So we'll see. We'll see when it comes out. We'll reserve judgment for when it comes out as to how good or bad that is going to be. Balers have been updated. I don't know if this is all balers or just specific ones, but you now need to buy netting for the balers and wrap if you're going to wrap the bales as well. So there's another consumable that you have to buy. This is the big one now. GPS and AI. So for the GPS, I don't know how this is going to work, whether it takes over the vehicle for you and drives for you as if it was an AI, or whether you can have it just show the lines so that you can drive the path yourself. I would like the latter. To be honest, I'd like it to be an option. I'd like both those options to be available so that I can make the choice myself. I think that would be awesome. And then AI as well. AI's been updated now. It now does headlands, and it looks like you've got a control panel. I'm guessing that the one that they show you here is early build. because the UI is a bit ugly. It doesn't look very nice. It doesn't look like it fits in the game. But you can set how many headlands you want and various other settings to make the AI do what you want it to do, and then it looks a lot better now. But they have given us an example that is on a perfectly rectangular field, so goodness knows whether that's accurate, you know, whether that it's going to behave the same way in all sorts of different shaped fields. I think there was discussion about it, but and they said that it will cope fine with oddly shaped fields, but proof's going to be in the pudding, that one. We'll just have to wait and see. But it's a cool thing nonetheless. It's upgraded and better. There's mention of traffic enhancements and traffic pathing and all that being a bit better, so hopefully that'll be good as well. And yeah, weather effects. Weather effects. There's more, like when your tires get muddy. In this game, there's only kind of 2 stages really. There's clean and then caked in mud or snow or whatever, and it's quite a light thing. Whereas with the new system, it's going to be multi-stage. There's 4 stages, and the mud and stuff will build up on the tractor's tires and that. Things will now get wet. There are water droplets on the machines. The ground will change to a darker shade to show you that it's wet as well. The whole rain system seems to be a lot nicer now, and that kind of thing. And the last thing that I want to touch on, I appreciate I've been talking about this for nearly 10 minutes now, or maybe more. So thanks for bearing with me. But the last thing to talk about is ground deformation. There's obviously a lot of discussion about this because people are wondering what it's going to be like. But it looks like it's just going to be sort of the surface, sort of, I don't know, 6 inches or something, will be deformed when you drive over it, when you drag things over it. I don't think you're going to be able to do any like ground digging or anything like that. And I think it's going to work in a similar way to SnowRunner and the MudRunner games before that, obviously, spin tires and that. In that you, as you drive over it, it will deform the ground, and then once you reload the game, the ground will be back to normal again. I don't think it's going to be persistent. That's what I got from the live stream when FarmSim guy was chatting to some of the people at the convention. So yeah, it will probably reset every time we load the game. But it is something, you know, it's a big step forwards, and the ground looks like it might be a bit more 3D. So the ridges in the ground that you put in with a plough and that kind of thing might be physical and behave physical and feel a lot better. So that's some really cool stuff. Yeah, if you are thinking about getting FarmSim25, don't forget I've got a referral code. I get a little tiny weeny little kickback if you buy it direct through Giants and use my code AsqRob. There's a link in the description if you want to do that, but only if you're going to get the game anyway and you want to support the channel. Like, I'm not going to force you to do it. So if you do choose to do that, I thank you very, very much. It's very, very good of you. But yeah, now that we've talked about FarmSim 25, how about we play some FarmSim 22, eh? So the AI worker has finished his job. We've now got this field completely harvested, which is absolutely fantastic news. Let's get this thing over here and empty it out, and then figure out what on earth there is to do. Sorry for bleating on about 25 so much, but I think a lot of you should hopefully be interested in it. So yeah, it's I think it's a good thing to be talking about. But anyway, let me know if you're excited about it or if you don't care even. I've just realised there's a whole thing up there I need to go get, so we'll go and do that. In fact, let's go do that now. I was going to wait for it to finish. Oh, there's this corner as well, look. Blimey. We didn't do a very good job over here, did we? Never mind. We'll make this a bit rounder this time. Next time we plant, make the corner a bit rounder so that we don't miss so much. That's that. And then hopefully, not quite got enough on that to get that one. Oh, I've ended up turning right round, which wasn't the plan because I want to go up that way to the field, but hey. straw even. Haha. See what I did there? Play on words. Right, got you. So we'll lift the header and charge up a bit. See if we get a bit more speed if we turn it off. I don't think we do actually. Not much at all. But we can finish this piece up. And yeah, we've got some more canola now to put into the factory. Produce some more canola oil. One last bit there, and then there's one more bit over there. I'll go grab that. Did I miss a bit in the corner there as well? It does look like it, doesn't it? So we'll try and catch everything. Whoa! Okay, I overshot that somehow. Oh, I know what I did. I pressed the stop the header button instead of the lower the header button. Because I'm a doofus. Right. We will empty this last bit into the trailer. Not that we really needed to. We could have just driven the harvester over to the thing. But I'm hoping to buy a new harvester fairly soon. So, can we get you through? We can. Good. Yeah, I'm gonna get something a bit bigger. And we're gonna get that Cressoni header that was recommended. That can fold up and then get that through a single gate. And then we don't have to worry about all these gates that we're messing with at the moment. Right, half tank of fuel left on that. That's all good. Beautiful. Might be worth repairing that actually. I think we will. Yeah, we will do that. £116. We can afford that. You need repairing. You do. And you need repairing. Cool. That's just worth doing every now and then. On Impatience Farm, on the stream farm, we've now got a trigger that's like a couple of yellow lines that you just drive over and it repairs and cleans anything that passes over the top of it. For that luxury though, you pay £4,000 a month, which is fair. So you're basically paying a mechanic. that's the kind of RP for it. Is you're paying the mechanic to fix everything for you every month. And so if you just put it somewhere that you drive across constantly, then basically everything you own gets fixed over the course of the month, or at least the year. But £4,000 a month is quite a lot if you ask me. But no, I don't. I think for a farm of that size that's earning that much money, it's worth doing. I don't think we're quite there yet with ours, but we might think about it in future if we do get there. Right, I guess now we need to put a cover crop in. Let's check the monthly calendar. So we can only plant canola now, but yeah, so if we plant a cover crop, we've got loads of time. Loads of time to get whatever we actually want in the field in, so that's good. What I might do is actually plant... come on, why did you... No? What am I doing? That way, there we go. It did ping up for a minute, but then it went away. It was obviously not quite in the right place. So yeah, we're going to do a cover crop in here of rapeseed as usual. I was thinking I might do this field as wheat. Did I actually say that? Did I finish saying that? I can't remember. I do apologise. But yeah, I think I'll do this and then we'll have a couple of years worth of wheat in the bag ready to go. So that will be quite handy, I think. We are going to plant and straighten up this grass line, because that's been a bit of an eyesore for a while. And there we go. Yeah, so... I said so then as if I had something else to say. I am... my mind's a bit all over the place, because I've been thinking about that Farm Sim 25 bit at the beginning of the episode, and I took some notes and made sure I mentioned everything. And I rattled through it pretty quick because you know, I'm not Daggerwin and I'm not Farm Sim guy. I don't really know a lot about all of the stuff. And I don't think I'm the kind of guy that people go to for that kind of news, to be honest. So I'm basically only saying it for you guys. That I don't know. Was it a waste of time? Let me know in the comments. Should I have bothered going through all of that? Are you pleased that I gave you that information? Let me know what you think anyway. It's there for you. So I'm looking forward to it, and I'm excited about it. And obviously I watched those guys who I just mentioned, their videos, and I watched the official ones from the Farm Sim YouTube channel as well. Giant, is it Farm Sim? Do they call it Farm Sim, or do they call it Giants? I think they call it Giants. Either way, I watched that, and yeah, I was pretty stoked about all of that. That's, you know, it's a big, even if it's just visually, I mean, there is gameplay elements as well. I think the AI is going to be a game changer, but yeah, I think it's still worth it just for all those bits. The amount that I play the game, anyway. If some people think that it's not that massive an upgrade, I just realised I'm out of fertiliser. Okay, I'm going to stop there then. We'll take this tractor with the front loader on. Was I out of fertiliser for the whole thing, or was that relatively recently that I ran out? I don't know. I really don't know. Go on, in there. There we are. Now, that looks like fertiliser over there. Oh look, we got some fabric. That means we can be making some more... Oh. Making some more stuff. I ought to have done that first, actually, before I started doing this nonsense. There we go. We knocked over our bale spike, but we haven't used that in ages anyway. I tend to use the forks for spiking bales these days. Right, let's get this over to this machine. Don't know how much is in here. Probably not super loads, but we can run and jump in here. And refill that. 7%. That's not going to get us very far. Do we have any more around the yard? I don't remember what I saw. Oh yeah, there's some over there, look. We got a fair bit. I think we emptied this out of the cedar. Can I take both of those? I can. Let's tilt it, because it looked like they were going to fall off. They may still fall off. Come on, tractor. Right, let's get this over there, hopefully in one go. At least if it does fall off, I'll have got it nearer, so it won't be as far to come back and get it. Right. There we go. And if it fell off there, it didn't matter anyway. Right. Refill some of that. And then refill from that one. Lovely. Alright, 34%. I mean, we'll need more seed by the time we use that anyway. So, that's not a big deal. Right, let's turn you on again. And I mean, we can just... oh yeah, look, you can see the colour difference. It was obviously empty when I started. You can see that that's fertilised. So we can just run the spreader around on a very narrow setting to do that. I think we should have enough now, at least seed, possibly not fertiliser, but we've got enough seed probably to do the whole field, because this stuff really doesn't use very much. In any case, we'll do a hyperlapse from here. So yeah, I will probably include in that any trips for seed / fertiliser that we use. and we'll get this field done in 1 lapse. So yeah, I will see you guys on the other side of that. So I thought that would be good to do in flight mode. So yeah, I got the AI to finish up again, and I went flying. Unfortunately, I knocked my mouse during the middle of that. I hope it wasn't for long. It'd probably be almost no time at all in the hyperlapse. But yes, there we go. So that is done. We can now start this up and go put this away again. To be honest, I don't think I'm going to bother with the fertilizing the edge. I don't know, the edge is quite a lot, isn't it? It does take up quite a large amount. Maybe we will do it, just for the sake of completeness, because the edge is like the furthest amount, so there is actually a surprisingly high amount of stuff there. So let's go see if we've got any fertilizer in there. Fertilizer is something I should just keep a lot of, because rather than like swapping it. There we go, we got a little bit. Let's get the F1 menu up and get this down to the minimum. I think that will do. I don't think it needs to be any more than that. These trees are always getting in my way now. I'm not going to take them down though, because I like having them there. I especially like this one actually, it's quite nice. But we do need to get that tractor out of the way. Let's bring it back over to the yard, seeing as we're not using it currently. In fact, before I do that fertilizing, let's move this pallet over here, and we'll have some wool, I should think, as well, to move. I'm still toying with the idea of getting a farm stick, you know, to control the front loader with. But yeah, I wouldn't be able to use my gamepad with it. I would have to use either the keyboard or alternatively the what am I trying to say? Oh yeah, the steering wheel and pedals. I'm increasingly having trouble remembering what it is I'm supposed to be saying lately. At the moment, there's so much going on in my life that, I mean, for a normal person, it's not a lot, but for me, who's, you know, undergoing a time of mental stress and stuff, it takes very little to get me flustered and to send me in a spiral. So yeah, unfortunately, I'm very easily derailed, but it's okay. At least it's only video games that we're worrying about here, nothing important. Let's go get the other thing of wool from over there. I don't know how our numbers are doing in there now. Okay, thankfully the full one is the one nearest us. So let's get that down there. And alright, we can't do that. We will have to approach correctly. Unfortunately. Oof! Blimey. Right, that should do it now. I think we'll be alright if we can get the angle right on that. Are we good? Yes, we are good. Okay. We've got it off the ground. That's the first part of the puzzle. Yeesh, man. I'm so glad that there are people watching my videos and seeing me do this nonsense. Right, let's... oh, nearly lost it. Got that there. And I think now, with that field done, it is time to do the grass. Yes. I'll just park this here for a minute. I think that'll be fine. We'll go get the big tractor. Oh, actually, yeah, we were going to do this bit first, weren't we? So let's just get all of that. See how much faster the fertilizer is used up. It's probably going to take us this whole thing just to do this little bit. That doesn't seem good. Doesn't seem good at all. When it's in the, it's definitely worth doing it in the seeder, because yeah, the rate at which this is being used is absolutely mental in comparison. I might have been exaggerating a little bit at how much we're going to use, but not a lot. It's definitely, I don't know, 4 or 5 times faster than it works in the seeder, in the drill. So yeah, we are technically covering more ground, although it's only a small strip that it's needing to be applied to. I don't know, I don't reckon that's much wider than the seeder. It is a bit wider, but it's not super loads. We are rounding the last corner. Excellent. And shut it off, and we've used, I can't remember what it was to start with, about 6% or something. I don't know, maybe that wasn't worth it, I'm not sure. I guess we will never know now. Right, let's put this back in here. And I think, to be honest, that's probably going to do it for this episode. It might be a tiny bit shorter than normal, but not super short. So yeah, we will leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think about FS25, if you're going to get it, if you're not going to get it. Whether you think all of those things I listed are like meaningful changes. I think, you know, it's an evolution, which is what it seems to always be with Farm Sim. I don't feel like, well, I say that, I'm not super experienced. I haven't played anything before 17. But but yeah, certainly 17 to 22 was an evolution, not a revolution, if that makes sense. Like, it wasn't anything super crazy changing, and it seems like it's probably the same this time. This time it's more graphically than anything. But they are adding a few new things in, so let me know what you think anyway. Don't forget, there's a link in the description if you want to buy it and you want me to get a little teeny little slice of the pie. And there's also links to Discord and merch and those kinds of things if those are what you are into. So I will see you guys next time. Bye!